Steps for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon, we can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.
What's up? What's up? Hold on, give me a second here. What's up, everybody? My name is Rashad Milligan. If you are new to the channel, this is the road to 5K subs. Speaking of, man, I'm less than 300 away from 5K. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm gonna title this video. I'm gonna title it like "How are you doing?" Well, no, that was an idea I originally had, and then like I didn't want everybody to tell me how they were doing, and if they were going through something, I didn't want to just be like, man, keep your head up, man. Like, I'm not licensed, I'm not a professional, and I don't have any endorsement deals, wink wink, with any sites that offer those services. If you want to partner, anyways, yeah, man, I don't know what I'm about to do, bro. I'm 300 away. I got to come up with a whole new intro and outro because I had something in mind for the intro and outro. So that's another thing. I had something in mind, but I just don't know what I'm about to do. I hit 3,000. No, I hit 2,000 subs in 2022. So it's 2020. So I've been saying road to 5K subs for 3 years, bro. So it's been 3 years. I did a video for 1K and I did a video for 2K. The video for 2K was much more lazy. It was like 30-second kind of little shout out thing. And that was that. I want to see like what are my most popular videos in that time from the past 3 years. 3 of my 4 most watched videos have been in the past 3 years. The T.I. and the Money performance. Gambino going off at the BET Awards. I found that on my phone just based off the chance, and something happened. Those because he's just an unpredictable dude. That's why I was recording, and I knew something was probably because he's like he said a long time ago in like 2011. He said everything I want to do, I want to make sure it's punk. So he always wants to do something slightly different, even if it's like rapping. He wanted to do it slightly different. Then he went to singing, and when he sang, it was slightly different. He was singing in different voices. He was doing kind of weird things. Then when he came back, he did the whole thing where he dropped the songs without just timestamps, no song names, and all that after the first lockdown. Then so I say all this to say even the Ada Vista kind of visuals, he released them, but in just such a weird kind of cryptic way, and none of those videos have like 1 million views. So yeah, Kevin Gates and 42 Doug, I was thinking like maybe a Kevin Gates stream or something like that with 5K, but I don't know, like I think by the time I set that up or have Kevin Gates, it'll be like past I'll already reach 5K at that point. Tyler the Creator, I guess it's my 5th most viewed video. Tyler's in Europe, so that's over with. Maybe if I could somehow get his number and have him like call in on StreamYard or something like that and say, "Oh, 5K." I don't know. Caribou's up here. Kelsey Plum, Asia Wilson, Becky Hammond. What is this? This is after, did they win the championship or something? This is just game 1. This is a random press conference that was like really viewed. USA versus Australia highlights reaction. This is when I was reacting to Caitlin, the class of 2020. Caitlin Page and Haley Van Lithon, Team USA in high school. I remember that. It wasn't one of my better reactions, but it got the most views because it was just popular people. My Atlanta and Kendrick video, I consider that one a classic. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I think that was one of the right ones that got attention. Sugar Hill D-Dot interview when he was a baby. He was about 16 back then. Classic interview. Him and Star Bands are just super popular online. Like their fans watch everything. Liz Cambage, Kennedy Carter, and Slim. Definitely don't have a chance of getting Liz Cambage on the channel for 5K subs. Kennedy maybe if I could catch her on the right day on social media. Slim, I'll have to go through. I know some people to go through for that, but they usually don't be texting me back anymore. So that's that. and Larry Lee. The Larry Lee disbanded a couple years ago. They disbanded in like 2020. So there's that. Sensei doesn't really do interviews. He's like kind of the most active guy in music right now. Randy is still like releasing solo stuff, a lot of old stuff, but it's just hasn't like really caught on too much. And Larry Loudpack, he literally is just, I think, stepped away from music altogether, unless he's doing some behind the scenes work that I don't know about. But shout out to the Larrys. That was definitely a moment. I'll always, value them and salute them for the. So, okay. But the past 3 years was this stuff. It's crazy seeing 17 years ago on this Brian Lethbridge thing. I downloaded this video, this MP4 file, off of like NFL Network and just uploaded it 17 years ago. So I was 13. That's crazy. I don't know what I'm gonna do, bro. The past 3 years, we got the Caribou video, Tyler the Creator, Kevin Gates, Donald Glover, T.I. and Damani. I have a Damani interview that I don't think I ever uploaded. But he doesn't say my name. I don't know what I'm about to do for this 5K, bro. The Atlanta and Kendrick thing with Lil Baby Quavo, I had Gambino up there and stuff like that in the thumbnail. I don't know what I'm about to do, bro. Sugar Hill D Dot. Should I do something with star bands? I don't know. But it would definitely. I have an idea of what I'm gonna do for the new drop. It's just gonna be one person right now. It's an artist, not an athlete. And then I'm coming back home for the summer, so hopefully I could get some stuff then to kind of add to the drop again, and kind of have it something more similar to what we have now. But a lot of those moments were just organic. Caitlin saying that I asked a good question. Jeezy went out of his way to say my name multiple times, so that was just. I don't know if you're going. You know what I'm saying? That's just a natural thing. It's got to happen. Oh, I have some others. I got some other stuff. We'll figure it out. But if you guys have any ideas, if y'all want me to do a giveaway, see how I waited to say 7.5 minutes into the video. If you want me to do a giveaway or anything like that for 5,000 subs to the subscribers, giveaway like what y'all want me to give away, like $100 or something. I don't know. $100. I only have a couple forms of online payments and stuff like that. So y'all just let me know what y'all think I should do. If y'all have any ideas for 5,000, how we should celebrate 5,000. Because 3 years of saying road to 5K subs. It was almost 5 years of saying road to 5K subs. There's definitely cause for celebration, bro. We definitely have to celebrate that. Live it up and stuff like that. Because you just don't know how fast stuff is gonna grow. Like I'm saying, yeah, we waited 3 years to get 5,000, but like at this rate, bro, it could be. I could be at 10,000 by the end of the summer, 20,000 by the end of the year, 50,000 by next summer, and then 100,000 by the end of next year. So this stuff is unpredictable with the internet. So, but. Definitely want to celebrate this 5,000 because we've been saying that for 3 years, bro. So yeah. I guess I get into my job now. Jaxson Dart's meeting with the Giants surfaced on the internet. And when it surfaced, I know a lot of people, what were they saying? They were saying like, oh, I think Shador. This was a report that came out. So I don't know if it's real, true, whatever. It's just a report. Let me look it up before I read it out loud because I don't need any legal trouble. Let me see. Shador. Is there one? Can I find a report? Excuse me. No, I don't see it. So it must not have been true then, huh? Let me see if I can find something else. Let me see. Jaxson Dart meeting. Okay, yeah. No, it was a report. I found it. It just wasn't on Twitter, but I found it on Google. Yeah. So here's from Sporting News and Essentially Sports and a couple other pages. Oh, they deleted it. Oh, it must be fake. It must be fake. This page kept it up. Essentially Sports from the fans' perspective. Who reported this? This stuff might be fake. Wes Steinberg. That's who reported it. Is this real? Did he keep it up? Let me see. He deleted it. No, it's still here. It's still here. So is this a real guy, right? Wesley Steinberg? He's got legit people following him. There's nowhere it says parody. Let me see, Wesley. Who is Wesley Steinberg? From the Giants board. The Giants are set to release Daniel Jones. This account is parody, but masquerades as report. In fact, due as to maintain credibility, this has not happened. LOL, it's a troll account. So it's a troll account? It is a joke account that tweets false facts that make him seem like they could be true. He doesn't exist. Okay, so he doesn't exist. He's not a real guy. Yeah, he has a LinkedIn page with one connection. You folks who keep consuming Wesley Steinberg account, please stop. You're embarrassing yourselves and giving that a-hole behind the account a lot of satisfaction. Also, he's been doing this for years. Okay, all right. Well, there's that. But anyways, so the parody account puts this out and it has over nearly 6 million views. That's why Sporting News deleted it, because it came from a parody account. This is why you look up stuff, guys. I'm so glad that I did this in real time. But anyways, regardless, the Giants did release the footage of the Jaxson Dart meeting, and this is it.
Yeah. All right. So first thing, obviously, is the cadence. That's how we started the whole thing, right? Yeah. So you get the huddle, you're called to play. Before you can start on your cadence, the number one thing you got to do is make sure what? Everybody's set. Everybody's set. Everybody's in the right spot. You control them. All right. That's the job of the quarterback.
Y20. Y27.
Good.
Okay, stand up on that board. Write down the 4 suffixes for motions that we talked about. Now go ahead and teach those to me in a matter of like a minute.
And move on to pass protection now, all right? Now, before we get into it, this is the most important thing that you have to know going from college to the pros. There's going to be more of them, and you have to know how to protect yourself.
Okay. Draw a blitz. Let's all assume that the 4 down linemen are blitzing or rushing, okay?
Yeah.
Draw a blitz from the remaining 7 guys that we could not pick up in this protection.
57 pro. Who's the mic?
The mic is 41.
Good. Who's the will?
51.
Do you have any issues to the strong side here with the protection?
No.
If you did, if he was coming down and getting on the line of scrimmage, you would say what?
Over.
Great.
Good job, buddy. Tell me what this tight end's doing that you don't like.
He should be pushing for leverage.
Yep.
Excellent.
If I said gun, diesel right, 56, F my canner, who's running the shallow?
Nah.
Who's running the curl?
The X.
Running the post?
The Z.
Who's running the middle?
The Y.
Good. All right. Let's play one more game.
All right.
Turn around. Turn. Toss. If you would have pointed the other way. Good. Thanks, buddy. Good work. You threw it out in there. Good job, man. Thank you. Appreciate you. What's up, buddy?
Morning.
All right.
Good, how are you?
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, that's pretty impressive, bro. I don't know if it's the editing or whatever, but that's pretty impressive, man. I think he impressed them enough for them to trade up, right? And get, bro. Because they traded up, didn't they? They traded up to 25 to get him. Hey, salute to Jaxson Dart, man. Shout out to Ole Miss. Shout out Lane Kiffin for getting them right. Everything like that. Now he's going to the Big Apple. We're gonna see what happens. They got like 3 quarterbacks, but I like their quarterback room situation more than a lot of other quarterback room situations. With Jameis has been consistently one of the best backups in the league for the past 5 seasons. And then with Russell Wilson, that's a solid veteran starter, at least to even learn from for Jaxson Dart. And now Jaxson Dart as third stringer and stuff like that. It should be cool. Salute to Jaxson Dart, man. All right, next, man. We're going to get into some reactions and stuff. Okay, so the first one, first of all, happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers watching. But this video was interesting, so I was like, oh, let me, I guess, react to it. This is a mother, man. This is a mother with a landlord. He wouldn't return her diapers for her child until she pays her rent. So, yeah, let's see.
Okay,
and I will be upstairs with your diapers shortly.
Please tell me you'll get my diapers.
I will get your diapers. Just go upstairs.
Yeah, I'm getting my baby's diapers.
Ma'am.
You
You're gonna
evil
rip up some
asshole.
sheets and clean some sheets and use that.
You're evil.
That might give you some skills as a mom.
Disgusting.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Wow. This man's got the top hat and everything. It's almost like a skit. See, it's things like this. You just never know what to really believe anymore on the internet. However, I'm going to react to this as if it's real. But it's like with the top hat, the way he's talking to her, the way that she was talking to him when she left, it sounded fake. Like it's giving fake. I'm not going to lie. It's giving a bit scripted, a bit Dar Martin. You know what I'm saying? If you guys know Dar Martin, but let's see.
See something. How many tenants do you have?
About 30.
You treat them all like this?
If they're late with their rent, sure.
How is holding the diapers hostage going to make her pay you any faster? She
Because it's
literally just
motivation.
told you she's starting work next
You have
week.
motivation. If I get something in the mail that they really value, I hold on to it and then I give it to them.
Motivation.
I don't keep it forever. I give it back when they pay me.
What's your name again?
Bob Andrews.
Bob Andrews. Come over here, Bob.
Hey, wait.
We gotta have a little
Why are you
talk.
turning that off?
You're a hero. Thank you so much. I don't know how to say it. I don't know how to show it. Thank you so much, officer. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. You're such a blessing. Thank you.
I apologize for what you had to go through here today.
Gosh, yes. Thank you, sir.
Take care of the
You're
kids.
so amazing. You're an angel.
I don't think he's going to be bothering you anymore.
Thank you, officer. God bless you. Have a great day.
You too, man.
Stay safe, officer.
Oh, yeah, this got to be. Yeah, this is fake. This is fake. Okay. They got me. I ain't gonna lie. They got me. I saw the first couple of seconds. I said, oh, it's Mother's Day. This might be something good to react to. It's 100% fake. This is Dar Martin. Is that you? This is as fake as I don't know how if any of y'all be on Facebook. I'll be on Facebook, obviously, because I'm not on Instagram, so I'll be on Facebook. And on Facebook, there's like this new trend. You know, I guess since Facebook is like usually like older users and things of that sort, but there's new trend of like popular athletes or celebrities in these AI photos, just like with doing random acts of community service. And they're saying Miley Cyrus put on her Hannah Montana wig and sung to the children of the Children's Hospital St. You know what I'm saying? All that. And it will have like 50,000 likes and 100,000 shares. And people just be like, oh, how nice and this and that. And it's obviously fake. It's obviously AI. Like, it's crazy to me, bro. It's crazy to me. How like, I don't know. But I think this is fake. I don't think this is real. What he said his name was?
About 30.
You treat them all like that? How many tenants do you have?
About 30.
You treat them all like this?
If they're late with their rent, sure.
How is holding the diapers hostage going to make her pay you any faster? She
Because it's
literally just
motivation.
told you she's starting work next
You have
week.
motivation. If I get something in the mail that they really value, I hold on to it and then I give it to them.
Motivation.
I don't keep it forever. I give it back when they pay me.
What's your name again?
Bob Andrews.
Bob Andrews.
Bob Andrews. Let me see. Bob Andrews, landlord. Let me see. What is this? Is this Bob Andrews, the keyboardist? What the heck? Because I was gonna put in landlord, and then I seen like the top guy has on the same hat that this guy has on. Is that really him? I grew up in the thick of the 60s in the British music scene. Oh, he's in the United Kingdom though. Let me see. Landlord. Uh-oh. Oh, this might be real. Oh, this is real. Hold on, let me read this though. Let me read this. State of firm. Hold on. Scroll down. The defendant, Bob Andrews, pled guilty to the offense of carnal knowledge of a juvenile violation. He now appeals a 10-year hard labor sentence imposed on him and conviction for that offense for the following reasons. Felony carnal knowledge of a juvenile committed when a person of 19 years or older has with a person who is 12 years or older but less than 17 years. Oh, this is crazy. So that's obviously something different. A Bob Andrews holds their male hostage. It's a federal offense. The landlord actually admitted to mail theft, which is a federal crime. The diapers, fake, but if it would have actually happened, mail tampering it's a felony. He just admitted to it on camp. He won't be getting out. So yeah, it's fake. But for a second, I was like, what's going on? Hear me for a second. But I guess if anything, I'll say it's pretty much all pointless now. It's really all pointless. But if I had to give anything, single mothers put up with a lot. Single mothers put up with a lot, and landlords do harass their tenants a lot of times. Like start being antsy. Say the due date for the payment is like the 27th. They on them like the 23rd some months just because like they just want. Man, you can't bug me. You can't harass me about the payment on the 27th when it's the 23rd, the 25th. It don't work like that, bro. So that's definitely a real thing. Single mothers, definitely a real thing of just them putting their capes on and trying to provide so much for their children or child. It's those are the real superheroes in life and things of that sort, and single fathers as well. But it's not their day right now. It's Single Mother's Day. So salute to all the single mothers and salute to all the mothers, period, who are shouldering most of the load and raising their child or children. You're appreciated. I appreciate all of you. And this is a fake video. They got me. I was rickrolled. All right, to the next video that is trolling based. This is this lady named Lilly. She talked about the I don't know if I could say this on YouTube. I feel like it would get flagged, but you can read the caption. And I saw this because someone quote tweeted it and was like, she looks like Cooper Flagg. and the lottery is tomorrow at the time I'm recording this. So I just want to see what she was saying, because she said she put a LOL at the end, and I think at the beginning of the video she says like, we will win so much, just has over 5 million views. All right, so let's see what she has to say, Miss Lilly, about the civil battle, I guess I could say, in a way. Then
I love the blacks being like, oh, we're gonna do a race war.
I'm talking. She said the blacks. All right. Anybody who say, hey, anybody not, bro. No. Forget that. Any color, white, black, anybody that say the blacks, bro, off top, I know what you are.
If there was a race war, you wouldn't win. Okay. First of all, you might have plenty of guns, but you don't know how to shoot them.
Hey, yo. Oh, stop. All right, bro. Oh, my goodness, bro. Oh, this is hilarious. I mean, it's not funny. It's a serious thing. But I'm viewing this from just a pure, like, entertainment comedy thing, because this is the Lilly show. And when people have platforms like this and stuff like that with the show or the song, so like they say the most outlandish things to get their show out for ratings and views and stuff like that. So I get it. So I'm viewing it from the side of entertainment, not like as a serious thing, regardless if she believes this or not. And I don't think she does most of it. She's just saying it to get people to talk about the Lilly show, which we're doing right now. So congratulations to Lilly. Salute for sure. Over 5 million views in a day? Yeah. No. This was a week ago nearly. So she uploaded on Cinco de Mayo. Salute.
You think this is how you shoot guns? You think this is how you shoot?
Hey, yo, this is crazy. I ain't even get 15 seconds into it. She's tripping. Lilly, she gotta wait. Hold on. I gotta see her page. Is she a comedian? Because you might be a comedian, bro. This might be like, what would you call it? Satire, cultural commentator, and free speech enthusiast. Killer was white guilt. Darky birds.
All the way from Glasgow, Scotland, to commemorate this incredible sculpture of a giant darky bird. It's absolutely beautiful.
I ain't gonna lie. Okay, all right. All right, well, I guess I'll keep watching then.
That's not. I know you saw that in a movie and you thought it looked cool. And you saw your favorite fucking rapper doing that, but that's not how you aim and shoot a gun. The only reason blacks have not exterminated themselves in the hood, because black on black violence is insane and through the roof, is because they're such horrible shots. So you really think you're gonna beat a duck hunter who shoots ducks for a living, for fun, on his free time and doesn't miss?
Black people duck hunt as well. I don't know. It was a few things that's stupid with this. It's because if we want to, okay, I'll take the bite. I like it serious. All right. So first, if black people were so bad at it, it's like I feel like you have to pick a struggle here, right? Is it like, are the rates too far up the roof and blacks keep offing each other, right? As you put it, is that the case? Or is it they're so bad at aiming because they don't hold the right way and they don't have the right technique that they barely hit anybody and nobody goes? It can't be both. It can't be, oh, the numbers are so rampant. There's so many funerals and so much mourning, so much this and that, so much self-destruction. But they never hit each other, like, because they have the wrong take. Like, it doesn't match up. That's first. What was the second thing she said?
Ducks for a living.
Oh, yeah, ducks for a living. If there was one thing I learned living in the country and being from the South in general, black people hunt. Black people hunt, especially in the country. Like, them black folks, man, boy, what? They just as country as the white folks. Down in the South, if you know, you know.
For fun, on his free time, and doesn't miss. Really, nigga? I showed a water.
Oh, I think I've seen her before because she said this on some. I think is this the one who was saying the N-word and being racist, and then like after a couple days, people was like, "She's not a real hater. I can see it in her eyes. She doesn't have the heart for it." Is that her from like? I ain't heard from her since last year. This is the first time I heard it, and I wouldn't have heard of her if nobody quote tweeted her and said she looked like Cooper Flag.
Water snake today. It was these fucking water snakes, dude, have been getting our eggs from the ducks, and I've had enough with it. I battled this snake the other day because I went to open and let the ducks out, and
Stop the cat.
the snake was like hanging out right under the rafters of the duck house, and I was like, oh my god, it scared the shit out. I fucking hate snakes with a passion. But I went there and I'm like battling him. So I got the hoe and I'm like trying to get him out there because he's like stuck and he's hanging on, and I'm like fucking battling with this thing. And I finally get him and throw him, and now he's back. He's fucking back. Not anymore, baby. He's gone. He gone. He gone. But anyway, my point being, white people have been shooting for sport for a long time. So let's not bring that up, okay? It's not going to end the way you think it is, all right? And by the way, that's another psyop of this thing. For all the people, the James Lindsays, the typical people you would think, they're all calling this Shiloh thing a psyop. Oh yeah, it's just a psyop to trick us into a race war, because you know what the Jews really want? They want the blacks and the whites working together. No, okay, that's actually never going to happen. The blacks and the whites will never put aside their differences and fight the Jews. That's never going to happen. First of all, the blacks are convinced they're the Jews. Have you checked in on a black?
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. She funny. That's funny, bro. That's funny. I ain't gonna lie. That's funny. That's funny, bro. That's funny, man. All right.
Hebrew Israelite lately. They're some of the most retarded people on the planet. Okay.
So that's our whole thing of just like, let me say the most outrageous things to go viral.
The hubris of these people, Black Hebrew Israelites, it's a really like peak worst types of blacks because they think they're amazing.
Okay, all right, here we go. Let's go back to the beginning of the video now. Are blacks bad at aiming and technique? Are blacks violence rates and self-destruction rates through the roof? Or are Hebrew Israelites the worst type of black people? We have to pick a struggle. We have to, because it's like, I felt like you're all over the place here, Lilly.
You know, but no, so these people were like, oh man, you're just saying that because you're just trying to cause racial division. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. So now I get labeled as somebody's trying to start a race war anytime I mention black crime. That's the new go-to. That's the new go-to. Okay, I get it. So it's woke right, that didn't stick. And now it's, oh, you're trying to start a race war. No, I'm actually just talking about black crime. Okay. I don't want a race war. All right. I know we would win, but I don't want that. Actually, I would never try to incite something like that. It's not going to happen. When we come to power, there will be no need for a race war. We can just round them up and deport them all.
I think if anything, bro, it's in this hypothetical, I don't know. This is very risky for YouTube because she said this on X, and y'all know Elon just let anything fly. So I don't know what YouTube's gonna do. They're probably gonna yellow mark this. I hope I don't get anything bad on my channel for this. But I'll say this. I will say I think just numbers wise, like it's like it's like the 100 men versus gorilla thing, right? Like a gorilla stands no chance against a human. But if 100 humans are on top of a gorilla, dog piled on top of a gorilla, like, you know, like a baseball celebration on the mound, and it's like 100 people that, you know, on the pitcher or whatever at the mound, and a gorilla can only lift up 4,000 pounds, right? And the average man weighs 150 pounds. That's like 15,000. Well, hold on. Let me do the math again. 150 times 100, right? That's 15,000 pounds. and a gorilla can only lift up 4,000 pounds, right? I think 100 adult men who weigh 150 pounds at least, laying on top of a gorilla, have a chance to beat the gorilla. So it's the same thing here, right? It's like, regardless if you think black men or black people in general are more athletic and more strong and more this and that, tactical and intelligent than the average white person, which is, by the way, is crazy, by the way, of just generalizing people like that. But just say hypothetically, in the sense of whatever. If there's only 13 black people and what is hold on, let me do the math again. 100 subtracted by 13. 87 white people, right? Like, it's 87 versus 13 people, bro. like what you think about to happen, bro? Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, unless the 13 is like Jesus' 12 disciples and Jesus Christ, like 13 versus 87, bro, it's over with. I don't care. I don't care if you say, oh, if you get 2 crackheads, you know, all the jokes that people been telling about the 100 gorillas versus 100 people versus a gorilla. It doesn't matter the type of, like, it's 13 versus 87, bro. Like, okay, the odds are the odds there. Like, there's just more white people than black people. The odds are the odds. It is what it is. Like, that's not even fair fight. If you were talking about, if you only get 100 black people and 100 white, okay, even numbers, now we talk. Okay. All right, now we talking. We on an equal playing field, neutral grounds, everything. Now we're talking. Do it in a covered stadium. Don't do it in open air, because then you're subjected to whatever the weather is at that day. Do it in a dome. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Put it on Netflix. You get Barstool announcers. You get you some Joe Budden podcast, or no. Deontay Kyle and the intellectual black dude that be on consciously that be on TikTok, and then like the dude who writes the books, Tashid Naheem, what's his name? I know this guy's name, because he's on that he's like the leader of the FBA. What do they call it? FBA, Black Nationalism. Tashid, he writes the books. Tariq Nasheed. If you get Tariq Nasheed, Consciously, and Deontay Kyle, right? And then maybe Riz Islam. Get them calling the fight or the battle on one side, and then Barstool and Candace Owens and Lilly and all that calling it on the other side, on the white side. I think you have yourself, you're going to make a lot of money, and it is what it is, man. I think, you know what I'm saying? You got you a good ticket right there, but it's got to be in a dome, and it's got to be even numbers on the neutral playing grounds.
And that's what will happen. But anyway, and you know, I was thinking about this too. Jews are so fucking arrogant, that will be their downfall. You know, just like what I think we talked about this with Ken.
So she was just like, hey, let me move to some anti-Semitism real quick. Yo, this is a crazy gig, bro. I promise you, people will do anything to go viral, bro. Like we seen what's going on right now, right? With Kai Cenat, the streaming university and stuff like that. If you look at some of the submissions and stuff, people was like begging him, and like there were 7 million applications. And it's because a lot of people are just in a desperate position looking for alternative ways to bring in another reliable form of income, because their current forms of income just isn't enough. That's the reality of the situation. Like, living costs are so high that people are looking for any type of way to get some more money and and that's why they were like, Kai, save us, Kai. Please, Kai, please come get me out the hood. Kai, please come get me out of my mom's car. Kai, please. I'm starving. I haven't eaten and so. and I've been streaming it and I only get 1 view, 2 view. Kai, please save me, Kai. Like, that is the reality of the situation. How does that relate to Lilly, you might ask? Lilly is literally putting her safety on the line by doing a show like this, where she's playing a character. The character that she's playing for the Lilly show is, just to say the most outlandish, racist, prejudice things possible that come to mind for the shock value. And the shock value goes viral, and virality equals what? Money. She's playing this character that is extremely dangerous to play for the sake of making some money online. It's a very dangerous thing, bro. Attention, clout, all that stuff is a very just dangerous game to play. But this is how far she's going to do so. And you know it because it's like she was all over the place with the black argument. It's just one thing, right? If you want to have a legit conversation about a proposed civil engagement or whatever, right? Back and forth between the two black and white communities. It's one thing to say that and then say, I don't think the black community win because a lot of black people tend to do this, do that, do that, do that, and just make your point. But she made a point and then made a point that like contradicted her previous statement. And then she just continued to do that for the next 3 minutes and said, these are the worst type of black people. No, these are actually worst type of black people. Oh, black people don't do this, but black people do this. And black people, this is a problem with black people. Like, it wasn't consistent. And then in the middle of it, she was just like, and speaking of the Jews are da-da-da-da-da. It's like, hold on. You're just saying anything that comes to mind that's offensive to go viral to make some money.
The other day, it will really truly be their downfall because they can't help themselves. This is why they tell on themselves. This is why they self-report all the time. They write it down in books. They write it in articles about what they're doing, what their little fucking plans are, because they have to brag about it because they're not good at anything. The only thing they're good at is subverting, committing assassinations, blackmail operations. They're really good at that. Nepotism, being fucking creeps. That's what they are good at. So they have to flex it. But they despise us, okay? They despise us. They despise their enemy. And I not just despise in the way that they hate us, but they think we're just a joke. Ugh, they're no...
Shout out to 19 Keys, too. I'll probably put them on the ticket to call the black side, everything like that on the Black Network. That's going to be on what, BET? Or no, it might be on the Roland Martin Network because Roland Martin owns it. This next thing I wanted to talk about is Amouranth. So Amouranth, she is a content creator. I've heard of her for the first time 3 years ago. She did a Vice documentary, and it was she makes $1.5 million a month just streaming constantly on multiple platforms. One of the platforms is Twitch, a mainstream streaming platform, and then the other one is a bit more taboo, OF, which is, you guys know if you know. So she pretty much streams all day on both platforms, and that's how she ran up her brand to make $1.5 million a month on both platforms and stuff like that on social media. So she's also done things where she does like kind of these meet and greets at conventions, and at her meet and greets, she like her fans who are males want her to step on her for photos and stuff like that, like things, you know, all that stuff, which is if that's your thing, that's your thing. But yeah, that's her. But she's always in something, bro. Like, I feel like if you are a content creator, like one of those top ones, you always kind of have to go to the, once again, going back to this Lilly lady, but you always have to go to like the extremes to continue to keep people's attention from moving on to the next content creator or whatever and stuff like that. So her thing is like, I know she said that someone broke into her house one time and then her husband wasn't there, so she had to fight them off by herself or something. It was something like that. This was like a couple months ago. But some way, somehow she finds her way in the news. Apparently, I guess she was doing a subathon or something like that. And in the subathon, she had a 20-hour argument with her boyfriend, which ended up with the officials being called and kind of coming into the picture and stuff like that. So I haven't seen any of the clips. I've just been seeing them on my For You side. And I searched up, I'm not even gonna lie, to see more clips of what was going on. So I'm watching them for the first time here. And I guess these are clips of her 20-hour argument with her boyfriend. Well, how long did Cory Booker speak? He spoke for like 25 hours. They were almost there. I feel like at that point you should reach for the record with Cory Booker. And so yeah, anyways, this is the first clip.
Can we talk about you kissing black men while we're married?
That is not even true. Oh my God.
Oh, we don't want to talk about that.
We can talk about that, sure.
Okay, let's talk about
You had me go on Tinder dates. I didn't.
She said that is not true. We can talk about that. It ain't nothing to talk about if that wasn't true.
Sure.
Okay, let's talk about
You had me go on Tinder dates I didn't want to go on. And then you started calling me while we were at the karaoke bar a lot.
Me if you could have an open relationship.
That is no.
Oh, you didn't?
You were wanting an open relationship.
No, did you ask that, okay, maybe I will sleep with Aaron? Did we say
no,
that?
Whoa. I might swerve in that corner. Whoa.
Is
Never?
not.
You
No.
never asked that?
No, I did not.
Whole time I was thinking this was her. This the husband.
Oh, okay, we're gonna lie to your chat now. Okay.
We're literally not lying.
And you didn't give him a hand job in the
I
parking
did
lot?
not.
Whoa.
Oh, okay.
Correct. I did
didn't
not do
drive
that.
up on you guys together, you giving him a hand job in the parking lot in Chinatown.
These men can't.
He said in Chinatown. Hey, yo.
Can't even find porn that would make us money of such sexual acts that you are claiming right now. Yet you're saying I would do it off stream for no money?
Yes.
You're retarded.
Oh my God! Because porn stars never have sex off fucking.
Oh wow, this is intense. I will say this: if they're faking this, if this is scripted, you have to be pretty dedicated to do a fake argument for 20 hours. I remember one time I was in high school. And I was with my ex and stuff like that, right? So we had a mutual friend, actually a friend who kind of like introduced us to each other, right? And so one time we were all riding in the same car together, and we just decided that we were gonna fake an argument. So we faked the argument for like the entire ride, and it was 30 minutes. And she was like, "Oh my gosh, just stop, guys!" And that was difficult to do. To just make up stuff to argue about for 30 minutes. Could you imagine 20 hours, dog? Couldn't be me. All right, let me go to this. Amouranth and her husband Nick have been fighting for hours on Kick. Still happening now if you're interested.
No, I'm an insane one, Nick,
No.
and you were in an insane mindset.
No, you're just something is mentally unhinged for you right now because normally
it's literally you. You are unhinged.
When you know that we're being swatted, you're at least concerned for the dogs, and you're almost.
I was not concerned in this case because one, I know that the dogs aren't in here, so there's nothing for me to be concerned, and I know that they aren't free running outside.
They're like on the patio.
That's a nice watch.
And then
Either on the patio concealed.
Trumps can jump over things.
I don't have to be concerned if I didn't hear a shot go off. There's nothing for me to be. If we had heard gunshots, yes, I'd be concerned. But we didn't. So why would I be concerned if police enter my door like they do every night lately because we hired them?
Those aren't the ones we hired.
Yeah, well, I don't know that at first. I didn't know we're being swatted. So
right, because the ones we hired are gonna fucking slam the door and then I'll throw my hands up.
If they're trying to talk to us, they do knock on the door loudly.
And I throw my hands up?
You didn't do that until they opened the door.
No shit, Sherlock.
Yes, so what the fuck?
Why
are you retarded?
First of all, no, this is you being retarded because here's the thing, right? You're not even making any sense. You just said you're not concerned because no shots are fired. Bro.
Yes, there would be nothing for me to be concerned about if the door is knocking.
That's not true because every other.
I don't even know what they're arguing about there. I I don't even know what they arguing about.
Why are you moving so fast? Fucking schizophrenic. You're dangerous for society.
To lie about me senseless, and so I deserve to have.
Reservoir just tipped $1.
Bro, I feel like this whole thing is like something that you ain't even supposed to see, bro. Like, and even if you're faking this for views or like clips, like you're clip farming, I ain't gonna lie, it's probably some stuff wrong with y'all, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like, I feel like the man, like if it was any type of real, like you know what I'm saying, someone would have been like, okay, let's get off stream, let's get this right. But they staying on stream like while she's breaking down multiple times. They arguing about nothing. They talking about, oh yeah, if someone find a house and they stream snipe us and the dogs, how the dogs going to jump over what they I don't even know what they talking about.
You see,
I'm a fat
I'm
overfed with until
bruh. Ain't doing this for 20 minutes straight. It's crazy, dude.
my butt bleeds. I'm secretly dating a community member
Yelling at me,
while
I guess.
blood
I mean,
runs
I
out.
deal with it. You won't leave. You won't shut up.
I'm
What
talking-
did I do? The cops won't help me.
I'm
No
talking
one
in
can
room
help me.
Destiny little Steve.
I'm talking in room
just
temperature
tipped
voice.
$1.
You're yelling at me like you do
Stasha,
every night,
Cherry,
basically nowadays.
Melina, Pixie.
Did you yell at me last night?
Baby Peach.
Yeah.
Stasha, Cherry, Melina.
So that's interesting. This is
Bruh, come on, bruh. Come on, bruh. Come on, bruh. What is, bruh? All right. So, like she said, so much nonsense they have to fake script. So much nonsense they have to fake script. L. Let me see. What they doing now? They just empty house, empty crib. What's the chat saying? Oh, this is a Twitch chat. Also, they're on Twitch right now. What did it say? Fake. They're just saying it's fake. Okay, hold on.
What's up? Yeah.
I guess like this fake crying and all that leads to this watch. That's a fire watch.
I mean, I don't think so. Basically, this whole thing flew off the rails when she asked me to come help her. I came to help her. She had a really bad attitude, and then somehow it ended up with her yelling at me, but it's my fault. And then, you know, the normal thing of like, oh, we fight for like, I don't even know how many hours it is. Like fucking, yeah. And then at the end of it all, she starts telling me that she thinks, you know, maybe I'm part of the plot to have her killed because of life insurance. And that's when I was kind of like, I do not think this person.
Bro, what? Why did he say that so casually? Oh my goodness. This is crazy, bro. Like I said, once again, it's crazy because it's two different things, but it goes hand in hand with the Lilly thing. Like they're literally doing all of this online as content for money. Like the amount, like I guess at some points of these clips, I'm like, I feel like I'm intruding on something that's a 20-hour stream argument. I feel like I'm intruding on something that's personal that like I shouldn't even know about. Nonetheless, like the 8 million people who saw this clip, near 500,000 people who saw that clip, the 1 million people who saw that clip, and the 5 million people who saw, like that's, I don't even know, nearly what, 12 million views or whatever. That's over 10 million views. That's crazy, bro. That's over 13 million. So nearly 15 million views probably added up. 15 million views just of clips of them just having a one-on-one relationship argument for 20 hours where the police are called and all for money. You guys see what's going on right now on the internet, on like just in society in general, and the cost of living and what is like kind of caused, and or just like the cost of attention. People want the attention so bad that they'll go to these links. This is insane, bro.
I'm not okay with. I'm not unokay with being observed.
Okay, great.
I'm unokay with you pointing the camera.
Well,
in my
then
face.
leave. I'm not going to follow you.
So you're literally just going to be super defiant. Is that right?
Shit. Talk about problems, hey?
Wait,
What the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Leave. You can move. You can go.
Oh, he was trying to end stream right there for real, or that was like a fake run up.
Wait.
I wasn't in camera view. You moved the camera view to me.
Bro?
It's crazy because they not even boyfriend and girlfriend. They husband and wife, bro. So when she said you can leave, it's like, where's Buddy gonna go? Like, he your husband. He lives there too.
What is wrong with you?
You mean like go upstairs or something? I guess go upstairs or go to another room. Like I said, even if this is fake, like I feel like you still off in the head, bro.
Yeah, we're live.
It's a fake cop. So she got fake cops, a whole thing. It's too much, bro. It's too much. So that's my thoughts on Amouranth. This was something. A jazz pianist, Matthew Shipp, he slams André 3000 for his new improvisational. Is that how you say it? Improv piano EP. So for those of you who didn't know, 3 Stacks André 3000 dropped a new album. It's a piano album. And on the whole thing, he's improvising. If you can tell, what is this not letting me scroll down? Jeez Louise. He's improvising on the whole thing. But on this one, he says something at the beginning. He like says the title of the song. Let me see. He says the title of the song. And the title of the like 7 piano sketches, Bluffing in the Snow. And then I think the second one is called like, and then you'll, but he says the title of the songs for at least the first 2 songs. I haven't heard the full album, but that's what he says. And that's more words than he had on the last album, the Flute album. So to promote it, it came out the same Monday as the Met Gala, and he wore the piano on his back. And that's how he promoted it. Earlier this week, André 3000, who wrote this story? Danielle Chelosky. Shout out to Danielle. Earlier this week, André 3000 surprise dropped an improvisational improv album. I'll just say improv piano EP, and showed up to the. Hold on, no. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna look up how to pronounce it. I'm gonna do it the right way, guys. I'm gonna do it the right way. Improvisational.
Improvisational.
Improvisational. Okay. Improvisational piano EP, and showed up to the Met Gala with an entire piano on his back. It serves as the follow-up to his 2023 flute album, New Blue Sun, but the jazz pianist Matthew Shipp is not a fan. In a Facebook post, Shipp ranted about the 7 piano sketches is complete utter crap and does not even deserve the attention of a critique. It is so dreadful. Goodness gracious, this is what he wrote. So a friend of mine called me up and mentioned that André 3000 had a piano album out. I was like, what? He put a period. He didn't even put a question mark. I checked it out on YouTube. My impression of it. I think it is complete and utter crap. Horrific, god-awful, inspidily, wretch nothing. Hold on. Let me see how to pronounce this. Insipidly. Excuse me.
Insipidly.
Horrific, god-awful, insipidly wretched nothing. Oh my effing gosh. This is some atrocious-ish. Is he some type of effing a-hole? Is he complete and utter dileant? Hold on, let me see how to pronounce this.
Dilettante.
Dilettante? Is he a complete and utter dilettante? 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 I could go into detail about why each cut is stillborn, but why bother? It does not even deserve the attention of a critique. It is so dreadful. The guy is not a pianist. That is the beginning and the end of it. What an ugly piano sound. Let's not even talk about telling a story with harmony. Sounds like he's listening to a bunch of music, gets a couple gestures in his head, sits down in the stream of consciousness and gets at some gesture for a few bars, something that he has not internalized and barely knows on the most superficial level. And then he loses a thread, of course. There is zero composition going on in the improvisations and the improvisations, no language to speak of, just a few cliches in his head that he actually can't play the cliche, but he hits and tries at it until he peters out quickly. Wow, he is so horrible at playing harmony. So many horn players that piano is not their instrument play so much better. This sounds to me like a pure fraud. What a lack of respect for the discipline by someone who is, in my opinion, is a complete a-hole for doing this. It is suppressing that this garbage will get any attention because his name and his fame. There is nothing refreshing about it. The nativity of it. The nativity of it. It is just downright dreadful and awful, true effing crap. It is inspitable, wretched nothing. To be fair, André 3000 clarified in an EP announcement that he was playing without the intention of releasing them. These piano sketches are improvisations. To conjure them up, I spread my fingers out to the keys and randomly, but with purpose, move them around until I find something that feels good or interesting, he wrote. If it feels really good, I will try to repeat it. I cannot name which notes, keys, or chords that I'm playing. I simply like the sound of the mechanics of the piano playing. Some of my favorite piano music producers, composers, and players that inspire me are Thelonious Monk, McCoy Tyner, Philip Glass, Stefan Soldham, Johnny Mitchell, and Vince Guardi. So a friend of mine called me up to mention, okay, who's Matt Shipp? Let's see who this guy is. This is Matt Shipp. 5K friends. Not to belabor, but I'm really curious how this thought process works. So I've never played tuba. I'm so glad I went to his Facebook page. He's still going. Not to belabor this, but I really thought I was curious about how this thought process works. So I've never played tuba before. So let's say I was thinking about making a solo tuba album. I have no idea how to play tuba, but I'm an artist and I want to express myself. Would you buy my solo tuba album? If I was to make a solo tuba album and get a record company to put it out, hire a really great publicist to promote it and really put it in marketplace and consumption and discussion, maybe go to the Met and take photos with a tuba. Now, some of you might think I have such an interesting musical mind that you might buy it, even though I do not play tuba. You think that you still might be able to do something interesting. Now, I have a name and a fan base, so based on my name, I guess I could put it out. Some record company might do it. Now, if I was anyone without a name and walked into a record company and said, I do not play tuba and I want to make a solo tuba album, I assume they would say no. But since I do have a name, one of my record companies might say yes. You never know. So as a quote unquote artist, all caps, should I expect the public to say, quote unquote, he's expressing himself and trying new things playing tuba? This is how I felt about Lil Yachty's album. Oh, hold on. I'm not even sharing this tab. The whole time. I'm so sorry. You guys missed out on the goods. This is how I felt about Lil Yachty's album, bro. It was like people were like, oh, it's so dope. He's doing something different. And I'm like, it's not good. Like Igor was different for a rapper. 808s and Heartbreak was different for a rapper, which is crazy seeing that old Tyler, the Creator letter, when he said, this isn't no 808s and Heartbeat or break crap. Like it's crazy because he made Igor, which is his 808s and Heartbreak. Anyway, regardless, the Let's Start Here was not good for me. However, I will say this. Running in my mind. I just can't drive away. You drive me crazy. I listen. That is a good song. Drive Me Crazy is a great song. Lil Yachty, you did the thing. On that album, you did the thing with that. But the rest of the album, trash. Respectfully, bro. And I rock with Lil Yachty's music. Like, I think he makes some great rap songs. He's had a great renaissance with the Tesla and the solo Creep Boy step in and the Concrete Boys thing and everything like that. I was rocking with it. You know, like, I'm huge on Kara. Kara's my favorite rapper. So when they were cool and stuff like that, it was just I loved it all, bro. But as of right now, but with that, let's start here and all the alternative music that he's going out of his way to do, to prove a point that he's an artist and he's more than a SoundCloud rapper. And this, like, it's trash, bro. It's not good. I appreciate the efforts to try something different, but just because you try something different shouldn't give us like he's an artist. That's a whack excuse, because if anybody else did it, you call it trash. So I get what Matthew Shipp is saying. All right. He's expressing himself to try new things at tuba. Hi, I am Matthew Shipp, a noted jazz pianist. Therefore, I should expect people to dig the fact that I'm expressing myself on tuba despite the fact that I cannot play it. Should I really expect the privilege of being Matthew Shipp to carry the day and everyone dig it that I'm expressing myself? This is a thought experiment. Quote unquote, but we all know the answer to this. And if I did a solo tuba album, even though I don't play tuba, we all know the reception would be. The only reason I typed this is a reaction to a couple things that people said on a post that I did before this. I'm gonna laugh at it because I laughed at it. I will say though, Andre 3000 is like one of the biggest inspirations to me ever in life. And I'm pretty sure every black kid from Atlanta or the South around my age will say the exact same thing. Like, he is so inspirational. He's so important. He did the Class of 3000 saying na 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 na. To see a cartoon on Cartoon Network at a time where I was a kid in elementary school in 6th grade, 5th grade going into the 6th grade, and 6th grade going into the 7th grade, to see a cartoon like that talk about the streets and the neighborhoods that were in my city, because he was from the same city as me and he made Hey Y'all when I was in 3rd grade. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Andre 3000 is just like the coolest dude ever to me, bro. I have so much respect for him and everything like that. However, this is funny. The last 24 hours have been out to say that the least being a jazz musician and the center of a story involving an extremely famous hip hop artist. I never expected it to go as viral as it did. I stand by what I said. And if I made a hip hop album, I'm sure it would get raked over by the Cools as a rapper not playing piano, like I did at Anti Pop Conservatorium. The difference here is money and social power. I am told Andre was hanging out at the Vision Festival a bunch. I think I saw him, but I don't remember. All I ask is that since we are dedicated to the praxis of this particular art form, and since we have dedicated everything to it and do it for peanuts compared to the money in his world, for someone like him to get respect, the unbelievable amount of work and sacrifice that goes into this, unbelievable, beyond comprehension. Actually, we have no support system to speak of, no infrastructure, nothing. But pure hard work, determination, and a calling. No management in my case, despite how far I've come. We have a patchwork of record labels, most who have very little money. The fact that they say William Parker and myself make a living, even though we are not rich, and keep growing as an artist, dealing with all of this is a miracle. I choose this so I have no regret in the fact that I'm extremely pleased with how things have unfolded. I'm sure Andre is a great guy, and I am also sure that there is no ill intent whatsoever. He did an interview with New York Times about talking about the thing, and he was saying he was hoping that his kind of going into the world of jazz and musicality and instrumental and everything like that, and starting off not knowing what he's doing and admitting he doesn't know what he's doing. He was saying that he was hoping that light would bring kind of shine a light to the instrumentalists and the musicians who do know what they're doing and have been doing it for a long time. Like the people he worked on New Blue Sun with was a band and artists that, I've never heard of before, because I don't listen to jazz in my leisure time, or at least modern day jazz, anything beyond like Dave Burbank is like stuff that's over my head, you know. But I think he has accomplished that. Like I was there at the Atlanta Jazz Festival, you know, with my own eyes, where he brings out 300, 500,000 people at Piedmont Park to hear him just improv and just kind of BS, for lack of a better term, on the flute for 2 hours, right? But we all did it because we respect Andre that much. But in that, bringing all the people to the park to watch him play the flute and improv on it for 2 hours, you had 100,000 people there for the other artists, and you know, maybe 150,000 and 200,000 for the artists before him. So, you know what I mean? Like, I do think what he's doing, like in him saying this, but I also get what Matt Shipp is saying. Matt Shipp is saying, like, I work hard for this and I don't get any money for it. And so for you to kind of like crap on our genre and what we do just because you want to, oh wow. It gets better. I'm sure he's a great guy, and I'm also sure there's no ill intent whatsoever. I should not have used the word a-hole, but I stand by what else I said. He's an amazing hip-hop artist. All I'm asking is that he respect the art of people who can really do a certain thing. When I wrote what I wrote, I did not check out his liners. Why should I? I'm reacting to music. I think I'm in love again. Shout out to Andre 3000. If he's going through some midlife crisis, which I hear he talks about often, I feel for you. But jazz musicians have no room for midlife crisis. If you are stuck to your life purpose and you are lucky by a midlife, you might start reaping some of the rewards of your unbelievable dedication. Quote, and now in all caps, maybe. But most of the dedicated of us keep going anyway. Seeing him with the piano on his back, which looked like to me was a fashion statement, then putting out a bad piano improv album from the premise of a rich guy with social power whose bad improv album will get more attention than any album I do, took me out. I can't lie about that, especially given that my CD last year, New Concepts of a Piano Trio Jazz, I truly believe is some of the greatest trio CDs in history. You might think, hey, Matt, it is a really good CD, but come on. But that is not the point, and that is my opinion of the CD. So when I saw the photo of Andre, all I saw, or the image of what came to my mind, is a smug puppy who is not willing to put in the work, but who has some money and influence. I did not say that what he is. I said that is the image that came to my mind when I saw the piano and heard the music. Again, I assume he is a tremendous person, but this society is so full of what I described here, and often by nice people. I want to shout out this jazz album. It came out last year. And I know I said I don't listen to modern jazz, but I listened to this album last year and I really liked it. From Caxo Kubu Moto Avayo. I guess it's Brazilian, but it was really good. I really like that jazz album. Let me see anything else. I think the transition from improvisational, Steve Sullivan commented this, thus pigeonholing you mightily pianist to hip hop is vastly different than any other way around. Speaking of which, when are we going to get a album collab with DJ Spooky? He said was done in 2003. Dang. When I went on a rant on Facebook, I did not expect it to go viral. I was mad, yes. And I did it on any kind of sort of dare from a friend through dare. It's not the word, though dare is not the word. But anyways, when I was walking home from my practice place today, I was stopped by some younger graffiti office type people on St. Mark's who are really into hip hop. I know some of them from the bookstore, the Village Works, and they were like, wow, what you said about Andre. And so I asked them, how did they even know, given that I know none of them are my Facebook friends? And they told me I had gone viral, and there was a Reddit thing about it. Also, I Googled Andre without my name, and this article came up on Google News. Plus, if you go down to the part what people are saying, the Reddit thing is the first thing. Believe me, I'd rather spend my time thinking about chord voicings. And yes, seeing a rapper who can't play piano doing a solo piano album. This is so rewarding reading this. I'm so glad I went to his Facebook page. Type that instantly gets as much attention as his album seems to be Gideon did raise my hair. Even though I'm not shy about self-promotion, I would rather be thinking about the beautiful worlds of sound than to be elicited from the piano. So this is like literally welcome to the world of hip-hop. I love how much you didn't bother to finish the last Matt shit, bro. I love Gerald Albert's solo on Patrice Russian's Forget Me Nots. I guess no surprise here since I love 80s dance music. But from the Grover on those guys who really had soul. And am I talking about people who might have been considered maybe at the beginning of smooth jazz? I'm not a historian of that genre. When did things change? One function of avant-garde to keep the mainstream artist. One function of the mainstream is to keep the avant-garde honest. It could be very strange to do anything based on substance in the world and the culture so debased, but I guess this is why we are called to do it. This is exactly the same thing that Tyler Creator, going back to Tyler Creator, did with Ian. He was like, yo, like we have to protect our art. Like it can't just be a thing. You know, we made the joke on Twitter about like once you get older as a rapper, it's time to make jazz. It's time to just go to jazz because that's like older, mature people music. And so Andre 3000 did that. And now the jazz people are like, you can't just come to us when you're old. It's like what black people, specifically Tyler Creator, did with Ian. It's like white people can't just come to rap music when they feel like being black and being cool. Justin Bieber just can't choose to say what the hell he and hang out with Sexy Red when he wants to and he's bored with his wife. Can't just choose to be opium when he wants to because he got bored. Let me see. Oh, so this is the Andre 3000 though. All right. So there's that. There's that. I'm so glad that I went to Matt Ship's Facebook page. And yeah. All right, bet. And shout out to Danielle for writing this, for putting this on my radar. Okay, with that being said, I don't even want to do that other thing. So I'm going to just go skip to this. AK, man, academics. He reacted to the Is What It Is Instagram page about Treasure Wilson. He says that Cameron and Mace need to tell her not to get in his business. He says that they wouldn't like it when someone is pushing false stuff about Mace's alleged transgender rumors or Cameron and True. Oh, man. Buddy, you about to get cooked. Academics about to get cooked. Academics be talking about the youngins, right? He talk about the new generation, everything like that. Big Mensa pushed them. Like when you get pushed by the rappers, it's not even hood rappers. Like Big Mensa from Chicago, but he is definitely like a conscious rapper. Like he's currently on, you know what I'm saying, going on his like Twitter social media rampage right now. I don't know if he's still doing it because people were like, oh, you like the surface level smart. You're not really smart. I feel like every rapper eventually, like if they speak long enough, people are like, oh, no. I thought that like retired in 2020 with No Name, right? Like No Name called it out and J. Cole was like, you know what? I don't really read books like that. And I thought that was the end of it. But apparently not. 5 years later, people are still expecting rappers who talk a lot or who say a lot of words and present themselves as smart because they are smart. They are smart. But like, they're smart for like rappers. They're smart for like the general person. They're not smart compared to like the high level intellectuals of a generation. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a difference between Neil deGrasse Tyson and or even like a lot of the conspiracies that from the Whoop That Trick from that movie. The guy who says Maine at the end of every line. I don't know why his name slipped me, bro. I've been watching his movies all my life. But you guys know what I'm talking about. Even his conspiracy theories that are off the wall, it takes some level of intelligence in a weird way to even come up with the conspiracy of such things. All right. Let's watch this 12 minutes.
Popping this and third. But let me try to break it down.
Literally, this is what Treasure Wilson said, bro. Because someone asked me in the comments, they were like, Didn't they come at academics first? This is what Lauren LaRosa said. Lauren LaRosa said, academics, you lied about nobody was going to show up to the show because they didn't have the money. Kendrick's fan base doesn't have the, and people don't know the words. That is what academics said. Lauren LaRosa said, hey, I'm at the show. It's so amazing. I can't believe academics lied about this. Now, why was she thinking? I don't know. Maybe she was just, I don't know what the case was, but she chose to do it. So academics responded. Academics called her out of her name. And he said, you lie. You got 24 hours to show where I said these things, or it's over for you. I'm about to expose you. I'm about to end it all for you. Which I don't even know what that means, bro. Like, what's you gonna do? What you gonna do? Say mean things about her from your room or whatever on stream, on camera. What to do? So then, as he's going crazy on Lauren LaRosa, Stat, Treasure Wilson, she pings in a lot on a lot of current events and things of that sort, because that's kind of like the whole thing of it is what it is. Cultural current events, you kind of have to keep abreast of all of it. And she's like, as the youngest, of course, she's on social media the most. So she's the only one that sees a lot of this stuff. Cameron, he sounds like he's on Instagram a lot. And then Mace is on none of it. Like he has social media, but he just posts. He doesn't follow anybody, so he doesn't see anything. So like Treasure is kind of like his portal to the online world. So she sees academics crashing out on a black woman colleague, Lauren LaRosa. And she says, geez, man, like, you gonna go this crazy on her because she said, like, you were wrong about the Kendrick concert? Like, you might need a vacation or something. Geez, like, take a chill pill. That's what Treasure said. And then he came back once again. Oh, don't let me get on you. Who is you? I'm academics. Goldfish, please. Now, see what I did there? The last comment was out of pocket. I went off of the subject and I went with the personal attack. I shouldn't do that. When I'm addressing a point and a person, you should stick to the point and the person of the point and everything. You shouldn't go with no personal attacks. That's when it goes off the rails. So, that being said, this is academics, 12 minutes.
To the terminology that y'all might understand. Mace, Cam, love you both. So let me say that before, but let me address it.
And also, let me also say this about academics. Yes, I looked up to academics in mid-2010s. I appreciate how he built something from nothing and had an independent media platform, and his work ethic is crazy. Dude works like he's still broke to this day. Every single day is live and chops up his live 8 videos. That's where I got the whole thing from. If you ever wonder of the stream output and stuff, like it's from academics, bro. So it's like, I salute and look up to have looked up to academics from that, right? However, a lot of the stuff he say, I don't agree with. And part of that, he built up his thing or whatever, came from covering the whole Chirac situation like it was an anime or a movie or a drama instead of real life teenagers unaliving each other.
When y'all are going through your personal back and forth with someone who's calling you out of your name or calling you a liar or defaming you, people do comment on it. By the way, I'm not mad at somebody commenting about it. My thing is about you jumping in, almost picking sides. You could be a neutral arbiter. You could be a person who's watching. Like, for example, I'll give you an example.
I pick sides. Y'all know I picked the side. I picked the side of Stat Baby, Treasure Wilson. That's a friend of the channel. And I picked the side of Lauren LaRosa because that's family.
Mace, when they came out like about, let me see, it's about 17, 18 years now saying that you was fucking a tranny. You ain't seen niggas jump out there and be like, oh yeah, Mace is No, we just trying to see what's up.
Because the internet didn't exist back then. I mean, it did, but it wasn't like, you know what I'm saying, what it is now. Like that was back in the day where you had to dial up the couldn't make phone calls when you want to.
We don't pick and choose when two people getting into it, especially when it ain't our business. What I'm saying is my business with Shorty. She called me.
Hold on. I'm sorry for pausing right there. I just thought about what 17, 18 years ago was. That was 07, 08. So we were on the internet. The internet was like kind of the introduction of where it is now at that point. It wasn't 05 or 04.
a liar, why your co-host jumping in? This ain't no about picking on stat or whatever. Bruv, when niggas was calling you out of your name and you defending yourself, if anybody else jumped in, piling on with the other person, you would feel offended. You ain't see the whole media jump in, basically saying, oh, nah, Mace was fucking trannies. No. So just stay out of my business. And I'm saying it respectfully for all of y'all. Stay out of my business. Woman call me.
Dang, Act see my video? Hey, bro, Act see my video, y'all. Hey, man. Look at me, man, making some rounds, man. Act see my video. So while you watching my video, come watch this reaction too.
Liar. I'm defending myself. Please don't jump in and try to pick a side already. Unless you're trying to say you're trying to get it up with me. Same thing with Cam. Yo, Cam, when niggas were saying you got socked in the eye by whoever the fuck, what, True Life, this and third, and you showing the pool, this and, bruv, nobody jumped in. I love your music. Nobody jumped in and was just like, yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, Cam probably did get. No, we let y'all brothers go back and forth, even though niggas did comment on it. Niggas commented about y'all going back and forth. Niggas ain't pick a side. So my thing is, brother, I get it. Y'all sensitive because that's y'all co-host and y'all gonna stick up for that person. But why the fuck she my business? My business is with this woman who called me out my name, called me a liar.
Because we protect black women. You came for her. You called her out her name. She knows how it is as a black woman in media to be treated about what online comments, everything like that, especially from grown men. She's speaking up for her because she defended her man, her woman's. I'm about to say her man's, but like proverbially, yeah, her man's. She's stepping for her man's, like any good friend should do, or any colleague, any peer, anybody should do. So it just is what it is. Act. It is what it is, bro. It's the same thing, bro. People stepping for their people, bro. That's all it is. And academics posted me too a couple times, like a few years ago, from like questions I asked, and I was like, "Oh snap! I made it the academics page." So I'm not going to downplay like academics ain't nothing. Like I said, academics is academics. However, the way he moving and the opinions he have, I don't agree with.
You ain't see that tweet? Do I got to bring y'all back? I'm chilling. I'm at a family barbecue on stream with my chat. Okay? The chick said randomly, this is Lauren LaRosa from the Breakfast Club. This is why Charlamagne ain't said nothing. Yo, Ack is a liar. My thing is this. Okay. And by the way, this is what we got to stop in this media culture. We can't allow women just because they have 2 X chromosomes and they fucking bleed once a month. They do whatever and there's no recourse. Again, we just talking with words here. There's no threats of physical violence and shit like that. Shorty says I'm a liar. I can't respond because she's a woman. She says I'm a liar. She's at the show, probably drunk as fuck, looking for some TDE cock to suck, and she's thinking about me. I can't respond. I'm saying I'm taking phase as they come, but god damn it. Look, let me go back to my tweet. Remember, I'm minding my motherfucking business. We just talking about minding your business.
TV. Bro, that's not the page. Your page is academics.
So when I address your co-host, the violation or whatever is like, yo, mind your business, shorty. Get out of here. I understand if I'm talking about it is what it is, and she jumps in, makes all the sense in the world. If she wanted to react to it, which she could. Bruv, when you now react to it and you're clowning or taking the side of the person that I'm going against, nigga, you think I'm not going to respond to you? It's not picking and choosing. That's the problem with everybody else. Everybody else picks and choose. I don't want to pick and choose. If Charlamagne had responded, I would have responded to him. If Joe Budden had responded, I would have responded to him. I don't care. Whoever was going to respond, I was going to respond to them. So let's go back to the initial tweet. The initial tweet. No, let me go. No, it's
he on the wrong page.
The initial tweet, right? I'm minding my motherfucking business. Shorty says, I'm here. Academics lie. What the fuck?
That's what she said. That's all she said. I'm here. Academics lie. This man act like she said, academics, you fat, musty, lazy. She said, I'm here. Academics lie. This show is amazing. That was it. His first word, B, what I lie about. F, you using my name for in a tweet because you got some free tickets. And then went on a whole rant on stream about it.
Bitch, I don't know if you slobbed up day free punch Kendrick or whoever the fuck you did to get them goddamn MetLife tickets, my nigga. Why is you at the show mentioning academics?
She said, I don't care what you had to do. He said, I don't care what you had to do to get them free tickets. Come on, bro. Like he had, I don't know, day free, da-da-da-da. Maybe it's because she's a part of the Breakfast Club. Come on, bro. Like, why you acting so oblivious? Like you don't know what's going on, dog. He had just like, you a part of TDE. You trying to join PG Lane. No, she's a part of the Breakfast Club. They invited everybody out there, bro. They might not have invited you because you independent media, one, and B, because of all the things you said about Kendrick. So that's why you had to buy your own tickets. But every other media outlet, when they come to your city, they either invite you or you apply to go there. And they will probably approve you if your media outlet has some type of motion. Now, Beyonce, shout out to Miss Yvette. Beyonce's publicist. I guess Beyonce and her team, they really value like a lot of independent and black journalists and stuff like that. So a lot of black media went and covered it. Black journalists covered her concert in Atlanta. The one time I covered her and watched Beyonce. But like most times it goes to just the biggest outlets, the biggest shows and stuff like that. And she's on one of the biggest, if not the biggest hip hop show. So, I mean, it just is what it is, bro.
Academics. I've never been to a show and said, let me tweet about Lauren LaRosa. It's never happened. And then y'all get mad because when I look at this, I see two things. She's trying to throw me under the bus, kick me, right? And she's also using my name for attention. Why are you mentioning me?
I ain't gonna lie. I agree with him on that.
All you got to say is.
And she tagged him too. Like, I'm thinking that like that's kind of crazy. Like, it's like if I'm having the time of my life at a concert, like if anything, I'm not thinking about act. I'm thinking about Drake because like most of the shows like turned things, and this stadium tour was like the victory lap, the ending of a victory lap for his battle against Drake, right? So it's like if I'm thinking about anybody else that's not, I'm thinking about Drake. I'm not thinking about academics. I get why she was thinking about academics, but it's like if you're having so much fun at the show, why'd you tag academics? When you tag them, it's kind of like, you know, you could look at it two ways. Oh, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got no fear for you. I'm here. I'm going to tag you. I'm going to at you. I ain't going to sub you. I'm going to be direct with it. Or it could come off as, please, academics, react to this so it could get more views. And so I ain't going to lie. Act got a point there.
Yo, this concert is lit.
But like his response, I think, just went too far.
Yo, I'm a living testament. I'm here. This shit looking around. This shit is popping. Ain't nobody got nothing to say to you if you say that. Why are you bringing my name into this, shorty? I've never talked about you, about your opinion on some shit. Bitch, you be saying all time. Didn't you get fired or like let go from TMZ? Nobody checking for you. You thought you was hot shit because you bullied. What's that chick name again? The transsexual looking one. What's her name? Just Hilarious. And you ended up being on the Breakfast Club. But in reality, you launched a podcast. Niggas don't want to listen to you by yourself, Dolly. That's another thing. It's a conflict of interest even for me. Because I sit here 6 hours every day entertaining people. And when I look up on that number and I see 16, 17,000 people who are tuned in via various platforms, I know if I don't give it up, they're going to leave. But all of y'all get to sit there, get carried by somebody who's talented, Charlemagne. And then when y'all shit is low, y'all just get online and just start shooting at me.
She said talented. Like, okay. All right, bro. So you literally said, Lauren LaRosa, you dope, you talented, you got this and that. And now it's, she got to be carried by Charlemagne. Come on, bro.
I can't respond. And I know the bigger thing should be like, nah, why you even responding? Man, because you let these motherfuckers keep doing this shit. They start, remember when all the rappers thought it was cool to diss me? Didn't I set that straight? They stopped. They stopped. I told Vlad that too. I said, Vlad, you got to start get at these niggas. Because they're going to use your name as a crutch to go viral. You got to stop it. So Lauren LaRosa, anybody got to give a fuck about who you done slopped up, whatever you done did to get in that goddamn Kendrick show, or you that happy because they serving you whatever type of drinks and little mimosas. Shorty, why is you thinking about me at a concert? Why? Because I'm not thinking about you. But I get it. You wanted your moment. But now you don't like how the moment go because I'm going to call you out your name. I'm going to call you bitch, ho. I'm going to say everything. And if I knew anything about your family, I'm going to say it too. I really don't have.
Hey, speak on Lauren family. Hey, speak on Lauren family. And then, okay, all right. Hey, do that if you want to. Do that if you want to, Act. Do that if you want to. I promise you. You don't want to go. I promise you don't want to go there. I promise you. I promise you. And this ain't even the academics. This ain't even the academics. I promise you don't want to go there. I'll go on stream and expose you. Talk about your family secrets, everything like that. Everything about you is out, Act. You got a weird case. You got a couple weird cases, actually, right? And you went on stream right after those allegations came out, and oh man, you ran to the studio like 15 minutes after one of the allegations came out, or before the allegations came out, and said, "Hey man, I just want y'all to know what's going on with this girl right here." You done found yourself in so many messy situations because your lack of how do you say, discipline as a man, your lack of just good tool management, bro. Grown as you is, bro. And you coming up here talking about if I found out some, man, look, keep Lauren's family out of it, bro. Keep Lauren's family out of it, bro. I promise you. Please.
Have that type of filter. Now we're going to get to this Lauren LaRosa chick. But let me finish off with Cam and Mace. Because I rock with these brothers. But I understand the idea of defending your co-host, but I ain't gonna understand no type of lame activity and y'all thinking that I shouldn't respond to y'all co-host when she jump in my business. She jump in my business. I ain't jumping her business. If it was about a breakup going on, that it is what it is, and I said, man, y'all should have been fired this chick. She was untalented, and she checked me online and she said some shit, nigga. She's within her right. Why am I in her business like this? Especially if we're all in the media space. So what I did when I offered, and I thought I kept it light with her. Just stay in a woman's place, short. Like, chill out, bro. I got respect for Cam and Mace. Chill out. Now
he's disrespectful, bro. I don't think academics know the first thing about respect, bro. I honestly do not.
I was gonna leave it at that. I wasn't even gonna look to see what she said after. But I don't know who's on the it is what it is.
She didn't say nothing. She just ignored it. She just ignored it. And they don't run the is what it is page as he was just about to get into. But she ignored it. She was like, anybody have any new Netflix suggestions? Here it is right here. She just reposted some stuff. Yeah, she was like, in the crib, cleaned everything, finished cooking dinner, fresh off a spa trip, watching the game A Beautiful Day. I need a new series to watch. What do y'all recommend? Forever from Netflix. She said, starting it now. And then she retweeted one of the Bianca Belair interview clips. I guess because she probably knew a bunch of people were tuned into her page to see what she was going to say back to Act. She ain't saying nothing. Stat is like, what, 23? Maybe 24? How's Stat acting more player than, you know what I'm saying? Stat more keeping him OP than, you know what I'm saying?
Talk page. I don't know if y'all are like, maybe y'all think this is like some WWE shit or whatever. And
they don't run the page, but Cam goes on it sometimes. Like he went on it to go live when he was banned from going live on his personal account.
Look at both of y'all, and I have too much respect for y'all to think y'all would be doing shit like that. Where y'all like, but then I seen the huffing and puffing. I'm like, bro, if that's how y'all feel, academics don't need no goddamn warning. Don't give me no warning. I don't need no warning. I don't need no first chance, second chance. I don't need that. Just make sure y'all are aware of what the fuck y'all going up on. Y'all going up on y'all co-host, jumping in a conversation that wasn't about her, that clearly was between me and somebody else. I told her to stay in her goddamn place. And if that's what y'all want to ride out about, okay, that's cool. I'm not knocking it because I get it. But this idea, number one, completely false. Oh, you're only mentioning us because we're popping. Cam and Mace, respectfully, y'all niggas been rappers for like 40 years. Y'all just got into this content game. I done made $20 plus million, never rapped the fucking bar. Actually, I did. Lil Lack was fire. I was the guy. Anyway, the point is this. Y'all can't hit me with no, oh, you're mentioning. I don't mention niggas for clout. You think I mention media niggas for clout? And I look up to y'all niggas, but y'all are media niggas at this point. And I like y'all. I really do like y'all. I like y'all program. I think what y'all doing is great. I don't want to take nothing away from it because I'm going to still watch y'all. But this idea that y'all trying to like that kind of look a little weird to me because I get it. when you see those two women start getting at me, the internet are dick riders. They've been trying to see me fall for a long time. So they all start saying, all right, man, I see it. Like, they're on Twitter like, oh, man. Because I ain't gonna lie. And I'll give some credit to Shorty. I didn't know too much about her other than being on your show. But the Treasure Wilson, people love her. I got some DMs that say, yo, man, stop playing with Stat Baby. I think that's her name. Cool. Not knocking it. Got nothing against.
And it's the little things like how he act like he didn't know who Jess Hilarious' name was. He didn't act like he knew Treasure Wilson nickname is Stat Baby. You know what I'm saying? It's like little things like that when people try to, I guess, you know, when people like, I guess Kendrick put out an album, you know. Okay.
Sir. All I was trying to tell her, Lauren LaRosa could be your friend, but if you don't want no smoke with me, stay out of that business. It's the same thing. Put it like this. And I know, I get it. Those are women, this and third, but we talking with words. Nobody getting physical. If two niggas got beef, if Mace got beef with another nigga, Cam, and all of a sudden, the nigga tell Mace to suck his dick, and all of a sudden, you respond on some nigga, fuck out of here, nigga, I'm gonna slap the shit out of you. Nigga, you not in their beef. The nigga should respond to you because now you over here, you picked a side. That's all I'm trying to say. Shorty should have minded her damn business. Mind your business. Mind your business. Unless you want me to respond to you. But I got to keep addressing it. I ain't never going to stop. And for my chat niggas, I got to apologize to y'all because I'm never going to stop. They will turn you into a piñata and use you as a kicking, like a stepping stone, and they'll just use you as something to kick when they realize there is a mountain amount of people that want to either laugh at you, watch your demise, or they want you to just be used as the punchline of a joke. If you don't defend yourself, trust me, they won't defend you. They won't ever feel bad for you.
But you still gonna be looked at as that act. Like, I felt like that ship is sailed, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you're going for like, I'm going for my respect, this and that, like, act, that ship has sailed years ago, bro. Years ago. And any type of respect that, you know what I'm saying, folks have for you on the media side and stuff like that, and that beef and the post months of the beef, your takes on hip hop of just like, man, hip hop and rap is in a bad place right now, man, because everybody just keep talking about K-Dot and Drake, bro, and Not Like Us won't even that good of a song. Like, I listen to it a lot, but not even that much. And you got a whole thing of you turning up to Not Like Us on your stream, and you out like I said, like, bro, it's so much good hip hop out right now. 2025 has been such an amazing year for music and hip hop and R&B in general. And for like you to like be like, oh, it's in such a bad place because we just still talking about the beef a year later and Kendrick is dragging it. Like, we live, it's not 2005. We live in a society, like we live in an era 2025 where we create our own playlists. We create our own worlds of music. And that world of music can have the best music ever that comes out this week, this year, this month, this week, this and that. But if you choose to focus on the big three, Kendrick, Cole, and Drake, that's okay. Yeah, that's dominating the news in the world of the big three. But outside of that, hip hop is doing amazing. Just pay attention to it, bro. Like, which I feel like you're aware of somewhat, not all the way plugged in because you ain't know who Caribou was, but yeah.
So that's the reason why I respond to everything. You get what I'm saying? So once again, just going back to it, and we're gonna move on to Lauren LaRosa, but to wrap it up with Cam and Mace. If somebody came for y'all credibility, if someone came for y'all about illicit rumors about you, they were saying all type of wild shit about Mace, and you decided to respond, and somebody else jumped out and said, damn, Mace, why are you responding about the tranny shit like that? You must really like trannies. You don't think you got a right to go violate that person or respond to that person? If you could answer that question truly,
ain't no need to even give it energy, bro. Like, it's some battles you know you're not gonna win. Like, it's just some battles you know you're not gonna win. It's some people in the comments of like certain particular topics that I could cover, especially if it got something to do with race. And if it's people not of my race, not of my background, not of my community, that's just ran in for I just let them have it, bro. Ain't nothing I can say that's gonna change their mind. I feel like that's a sign of maturity And that's just a sign of knowing the internet. Trying to fight the internet and battle, it never goes well, as you are witnessing right now.
We could get into whatever else afterwards. Same thing with Cam. When Jim Jones saying A, B, C, D, and E, if niggas jumped online and started saying, nah, we believe Jim, man, because Cam don't even look like he like that, you would have a problem. Like, nigga, mind your motherfucking business, nigga. You don't know what me and Jim had? Mind your motherfucking business. I think you would. So, I'm going to leave that at there. And if y'all want to go get some ratings or whatever, and by the way, I know y'all doing good already, so it's not necessarily I need ratings. But I've seen a lot of people hit me. They were like, yo, Ak, you better be careful with these niggas. Like, they're setting you up. They're going to go crazy on your money. Nigga, what the fuck do I care about that, my nigga? If it was already preordained.
It's the same thing that you just did to the girls, to the women. You said, oh, I'm going to get y'all real quick. You got 24 hours, Lauren LaRosa. Treasure. Tread lightly. Who is you? I love Cam and Mace, but tread lightly or it's going to get ugly. You did the exact same thing. So how you going to say, oh, I don't care what they say? All right, bro, whatever.
Ain't a set in stone.
Big tough guy, whatever.
Y'all wanted to go off.
Out of shape tough guy, man. Whatever.
On me for some dumb shit. I don't care. But just know you're going off.
Money hungry, food greedy tough guy, man.
Because a chick that...
See, now I went over the line. I went personal. So when he comes at me and calls me any type of thing and a felon streamer who has 1 viewer, 2 viewers on live, it is what it is. I'll take it. It is what it is, brother.
Y'all are protecting. Couldn't mind her motherfucking business. Had nothing to do with her. Okay? So if it is what it is afterwards. And I'll respond to anything I'll say afterwards. It is what it is. Now, let me get to...
All right. So he said he got to Lauren LaRosa. Let me see if it's on this page. The Joe Budden clips page. They post everything. I remember he said he was going to stop posting after the Super Bowl. That didn't happen.
It feels like all the DEI hires, all the third string quarterbacks, all the people who are C, D, E, F, and Z mics on their respective shows, this is their time to try to clout chase. And I understand why, because I also sat back and thought, I'm like, how come they don't attack nobody else like this? Nobody will give them the time of day. But today I got time, cuz. You know, I'm never one to not give someone the clout they're desperately seeking. So this is why I really respond to people that's not in my league or caliber. Okay. And it's all good. If at any point anybody I'm responding to, if y'all ever feel the need to tap in your big homie, tap your big homie in. I never said it gotta be. Listen, I already show up in the media space. I came in this game knowing somebody who mentions me 20 to 30 times. Show, but she tweeted in this media space. I know she's on the Cam and May show. I said, who the... One thing you could say about me is that I've never always said I'm right, like fully. I'm always humble enough that if I get new information that changes my opinion, I will change it.
But you came too fiery, bro, to be unsure about what you said. Like, it's one thing of like, I felt like this would have been the appropriate response, and none of this would even be what it is. If he just responded with a quote tweet with the 4 little question marks. When did I lie? If you could show me when I lied, I apologize. Well, he didn't do that. He said, B word, get the F out of here. Who is you? We wouldn't know who you was if you wasn't next to Charlemagne. That's why TMZ got rid of you. You ain't got no talent. You'll never be in the same room as Big Hack. This and that. You got your tickets for free. I paid for my suites thousands of dollars and I still ain't go because I got it like that. That's what you did. And that's why people are, you know what I'm saying? You're intentionally missing the point here. And then playing, oh, why are people mad that I respond? Okay, keep acting oblivious if you want to, bro. Like the whole world just has to act out for academics for no reason.
But for the majority of the time, I'm always coming correct. And there's never a time where I'm looking at evidence that says A and I just lie and say B. That's why I was triggered, because that's the reason why I be having, like right now I'm looking at the chat. We got 15,000 people in here. You think 15,000 people is just in here just because we're just lying about everything? They know Ak is going to do a good job of breaking certain shit out. Now, am I biased about certain things? Of course. So yeah, when you're coming at my entire reputation. You're coming at what exactly what I've built. Bitch, I never got given no fucking spot on radio like you. I never
wasn't given. She
got given none of that.
She was working at Team Z for years. She hosted parties for years and was known as like the biggest club promoter, party promoter in the Northeast for years.
You see when that whole shit happened when they were looking for Breakfast Club hosts? You think they asked me?
And she's still not even talking about the thread. Talk about the thread when she proved that you was lying, Act. You doing everything except for talking about the thread that proved that you was lying. The whole point of this whole thing.
Once nobody don't fuck with me. Nigga, I made what I made, nigga. I made this. I made it where Spotify had to come holler at me. I made it where Complex had to come holler at me. I made it where even Black Effect had to come holler at me. I had to build this with these motherfuckers in the chat. All 15,000 of them. So I do take it very offensive. And I get it. And this is why I can't believe. You see that chick, Treasure Wilson? Hate to bring her back up in this. You wouldn't know because we didn't know about you until you're on the show with Cam and Mace. So you wouldn't care if somebody is impugning your reputation, your integrity, and everything else because that's not why you got to here.
But she proved that you lied. She proved it would be another thing if like Lauren LaRosa said academics lied and like she couldn't prove it. But she pulled up the videos of you in 4K. This is you in 4K. Saying, oh man, Kendrick fans ain't got the money for that. Kendrick fans are the type that ain't got a haircut since 2012. They musty, they broke, and they still talking about the Control verse, which Drake is still thinking about as well. So
you're a 22-year-old, good-looking, attractive girl who's supposed to be eye candy. I know.
Axe got a weird case. Why is he around? Say, Ack. I hear you like him young. All right, see how I did that in 360
about this because I did everyday struggle.
On Kumar, I'm sorry.
And when we came to picking a host, one option was some white dude, and then we're like, listen, well, number one, Deska is very smart and intelligent, but also she's a woman and she's eye candy. What the fuck? Let's keep it 100. So,
shout out to Nadeska Alexis, bro. I know she feels like, don't bring me up into this. Nadeska don't like no drama, bro. Like that man Elliot Wilson went out his way, and he was because he was on Vlad, and Vlad was like, "Who you think shouldn't have been on the list?" And he said, "Why isn't Nadeska on the list?" And Nadeska was like, "I'm with my family in Europe. I have my newborn baby, and I don't want anything to do with this man." And da-da-da-da. Yeah, Nadeska don't like drama. So that's funny that I brought that up.
I understand maybe why you have that disconnect with why I'm upset. Yeah, of course. You know, when you see somebody defending what they built, of course it's going to look like, oh, man, he's so triggered. Yeah, I'm triggered because I had to build this.
Which I relate to. I made an entire video talking about protecting what I built on my channel and everything like that. So I get that. The way that you protected it was crazy. It was out of pocket, in my opinion, and in a lot of other people's opinions.
Shorty at 22, you know what I was doing at 22? I was in the back of a Mazda 3 cranking out 7 videos a day while I had a regular job. Nobody knew me. I had to build it. I'm very upset. I'm very triggered when people attack my work. This is why I went off on Yes Jules. I'm always triggered. I've never gotten a, oh, he's good looking pass. They used to say I stutter a lot. People say a lot about me that would prevent me from getting to where I'm at. So when y'all who have gotten there, some of y'all on with y'all legs up and on y'all back, when y'all get
all right, bro. Let's respect Stat. And like I say, he talking about this because it's a woman, bro. Like, this comes back down to you hating women, bro. Like, I don't care how much you want to like act like it doesn't. It comes back to you hating women and not respecting women, bro. At the end of the day, that's what it is, bro.
Y'all positions, how dare y'all talk about a nigga like me? I'm upset. You're damn right I'm upset. And by the way, it's not only a woman thing. I was upset when niggas like Rosenberg and them other dweebs talked about me too. You bum ass nigga, you up there with a radio station that hasn't had no change or impact for a while. Your job is handed to you on a platter. You get to talk to millions of people. You don't have to work a fucking day for it.
Rosenberg ain't had to work. I understand he might not have been working at the extent that you were, 7 videos a day and everything like that, and uploading when people didn't know you for 10 years. Like, he might not have to do that, but he had to show up to work and be. He had to be He had to build up Rosenberg to be Rosenberg at Rosenberg's radio station for the past 30 years, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying, 20, 30 years. So I don't know. Me as someone with a job in the media industry, and also somebody building up my own independent media platform with no affiliation to my jobs, any of my jobs that I've had, I've kind of created an entire separate brand where I didn't even talk about what I did for work for a few years, just to separate it that much from what I was doing with my day job. I can tell you the work that I put into my job and the work that I put in independent, they're both difficult in their own unique ways. It's difficult working a job because if you're working in media, it's a creative space. So it's like you have all these ideas and this and that, and then they try to regulate it because you have editors, people above you, people telling you what to do, how you should craft your story, how you should craft your media, and how you should present your art to the world. And you're like, nah, I had a vision and I want to put out my vision the way it is, because at the end of the day, my name's going to be on it. So you have to deal with that. You have to deal with the passive aggressiveness. You have to deal with the you have to deal with the people who are, treat you differently because of the outlet name, this and that. And then independently, you have to deal with just even getting people, brands and all these people to take your cars, to take you seriously, or to, if we're at the negotiation table, to take my number seriously, but and be the first brand to give me that first big, so that's a battle in of itself. And getting beyond, what I'm saying, 100 views on a video, like, it takes time to do that. It takes time to build that up through the algorithm and crank out, like you said, 7 videos and stuff like that, but to keep it at a level that's engaging enough to keep an audience, like, that takes time. It takes years to do that. So that's difficult in itself as well. So both of them have its difficulty. I don't think you can say, oh man, you had it easy because you at the the radio station for 20 years. Like, to be at a radio station for 20 years, bro, is not easy, dog. Like, Rosenberg had to work to even get to that point. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, whatever, bro.
These are the laziest motherfuckers in the game. I'm always upset when it comes to what I've built. And I'm sitting here and I'm defending what me and this
Rosenberg, don't you do like WWE and First Take too, on top of, and ESPN Radio on top of Hot 97? So it's like, lazy is crazy for that to be like your rotation for the past 20 years. It's crazy. Yes, he does. So he was doing WWE and he was doing First Take and he was doing ESPN Radio in addition to doing Hot 97. So it's like, I don't know.
This motherfucking chat that some of y'all come in and out, and I know there's a lot of hate watchers. I'm going to defend it all the time. Y'all go build a company. Y'all go get off of that show with Cameron Mason. You go build something that you have hundreds of thousands of views with, and let somebody say you're over there reporting fake shit, or why is she so pressed? People joking on her. Let me see you do that. Lauren LaRosa, you were a substitute teacher on the Breakfast Club. The girl came back from the pregnancy, wants you to leave. You don't want to leave. You fucking handcuff yourself to the fucking chair. And you got no confidence in yourself to build it yourself. That's why I respond to y'all like that. That's why when y'all see, why is he so angry? Yeah, the anger comes from the pit of my gut because I've done worked harder than everybody to get where I got. And I don't care if you like me. I don't care whatever you think about me, but it does bother me. And when it does bother me, I'm sorry. Yes, I'm going to call y'all your name. Yes.
But she proved that you were lying. It's the whole point. Why is he ignoring this point? This is what's driving me crazy. You said, oh, I'm lying. Prove that I'm lying. And then she proved that you were lying. And you're addressing every single part of this argument except for the main point. You lied. She said you lied. You said, where did I lie? She made an entire thread. Not 1 tweet, not 2 tweets, not 3 tweets, not 4. She's 5 tweets with the videos and timestamps and dates of the times that you lied multiple times over the course of several months about this thing. She put out one tweet and said that you lied about a show. That's what she said. What did she say? Did she call you a liar? No, she said that you lied about one particular thing. You said, I lied about this particular thing. What did I lie about? And she said, here it is with the video evidence. And you're addressing every single thing right now except for that. What do we call that, ladies and gentlemen? We call that a manipulator. We call that a gaslighter. We call that a narcissist.
I'm going to take your disrespect and I'm going to times it via 100. Y'all could just leave me out of y'all conversations. You know how many people who, this happened with rappers. I know a few rappers who I love their music, but they don't fuck with me. But you know what they say? Man, fuck that bitch ass nigga acting. We just not going to talk about it. We ain't going to get on the gram and go engage with him because we know he about to go use his platform that he built diligently for over 15 years. He's going to use it for the next 6 months to 12 months and really break down everything we got in terms of momentum. They're smart. So I never really miss an opportunity to give lessons like this on days like today. But without further ado.
So did he ever address the thing, bruh? You lied, bruh. She said you lied. You said, where did I lie? And she pulled up where you lied. And you still had all this energy for something that was something else, bro. Like, what are we doing right now, bro? Like, I can't even believe that got me more, like, upset than what I was about the situation already before. It is what it is, man. No pun intended. My name is Rashad Milligan. If you're new to the channel, this is the World of 5K Subs. Please take care of yourselves. And until next time, I'll see y'all tomorrow. And as always, if nobody else told you today, I care for you. And even academics, bro. I still care for academics, bro. Because regardless of all that, like I said, he's a blueprint of a lot of the stuff that I do on here. But you on some BS, bro. All right, peace. See y'all.
That's for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff. But
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question. Brandon, we can't ask Rashad a question.
Hey, Rashad.